you owe this person money and trashed you. And then I said, like, we said nothing but great things, which is true. But regardless, I ain't taking I don't take a show down. Like, I don't work for nobody over here. But I felt bad that I was being presented with a lie. I literally like cringed, like, like, you're lying to me. And you see what I'm saying? Like, imagine if he said, like, Tom Schwartz is mad at you or whatever. Mind you, I don't fucking care if any of it's, but I know it's not true because I just spoke to this person at 9 a.m., 9:15, 9:20. This person is not mad. And then I said to this person, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, oh yeah, Randall called me. And I was like, I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, let me tell you what he's calling about. And he thought you said this and nothing's coming down. And so I just felt like weird of like, oh my God, you're lying to me to try to get me to do something. I would have respected if you called and just said, like, what's up? And nothing was bad was said. So that's where I saw a little bit of like, oh man, aren't you shady?
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
That's all. Well, see, listen, we're breaking tea here, guys.
I love that. That gives me context. And like I said, I really like Lala. And to your point, she doesn't need any additional ratings. That's why I tune into people, really. Like you're so good at reality. I want to know more about Vanderpump Rules. I don't care about the orcas. I don't care about the narcissistic. She just recently had on like a narcissistic expert. I'm like, I don't fucking care. And she's like, nobody talks about this. Really, if you Google like narcissists on podcasts.
I had a narcissist on my podcast. It's on the Patreon. We did, is Jax a podcast? Is Jackson or whatever. We went down the list. But let me just tell you, this is just why I'm so like, look, no criticism to anyone. Like, I think lots of people cheat every day. And if you stay with someone who cheats, I am not judging you, because none of us could say what we would do if we were in a long-term relationship, especially if you have a child with that person. If someone cheats on you, I think if you stay, you have to really, I don't think you could have it both ways. You can't be passive aggressive. So you either fucking work your shit out and stay like Tori did, even though now Tori and Dean are about to fucking explode. You either stay and you get over it and you work it out, or you leave. I'm not judging you if you stay. Stassi stayed with Jax after he cheated. I mean, Brittany stayed. Tom Sandoval had indiscretions on Ariana. Everyone on Vanderpump Rules stays with the person that cheated on them. I'm not criticizing or judging because I don't judge. We don't know how we would do. I mean, if your husband cheat, like, we don't know. You might, but we know that the woman that was called a gold digger for many years when she dated an older man who was not as attractive, we know what she's going to do. She's going to pack her bags and say, you are not going to disrespect me like that. So that is where it's like, to me, what a class act. And again, I don't judge the people that stay, but for everyone that says this is a gold digger and this and that and all this other bullshit, the woman picked herself up and moved out of a fucking mansion compared to where she lives now and is like, I'm good. I have my daughter and I make my own money. I don't need all this. I'll figure it out. And so
I think that's super admirable.
That just makes me like, I'm not sure I could be. It's kind of like when we talked about Heather Dubrow and I said, I want her to adopt me so much. I don't know if I could be objective. I'm supposed to be objective. I don't know if I can with Lala. She just is one of my best interviews ever. I loved chatting with her.
I get it. I'm
a gay man. I don't want to fuck her. Like, it's just really, she's a real person.
Well, in my opinion, I mean, I've had that happen to me so many times in my career. Like, you meet somebody, you interview them, and like, you completely understand their point of view. I think just listening to that podcast, like, those were my initial first thoughts. But her audience adores her. You know, she does Q&A. They love her. I mean, I think that's all great. I don't know. I always just want certain things from certain people.
And by the way, her and James just nothing. It's perfect. When they were on Watch What Happens, I mean, to me, the chemistry is real. I know people say this, but like, I think she's done with these older men. James makes money. I mean, he's on the show. I mean, he makes enough money. And James, I really believe that James never got over Lala. I really don't. Like, well,
you never know.
Just me, like, you know how like when it's like, oh, Jenny McCarthy and Donnie are married and here's where they met on Watch What Happens. And let's go back and watch that clip. And you're like, oh God, yeah, this was on. They left that Watch What Happens and they fucked like rabbits. I see, right? Like, I see it between James and Lala. And I truly believe if James and Lala got together, he would treat her like fucking gold. I do. I don't think this is bad boys. I think that's just what I think. And it's like, Carl and Lindsay from Summer House are together. What a gift that you actually want to fuck your like best friend. Like what a gift. I mean, I have lots of friends. I don't want to fuck any of them. So I wish I had that with someone like that I'm actually friends with, right? Like what a plus. What a plus. We can be friends and then go fuck at the end of the day.
Hotter than Randall. Oh my God.
James is he is so cute.
Hot piece.
I think James is the hottest piece just physically to come through all of Vanderpump Rules. That's my honest opinion. I think he's the hottest.
I agree. I don't know if we're going to even have enough time to get into Melissa Gorga's.
We're going to have to do it a whole different time.
I know. And this was the difference. Like Melissa Gorga, I like it. She's a great podcast voice. And
okay, we're going to have to talk about this.
Because you're not a fan of that podcast episode.
No. I mean, just like, no, I mean, like, I didn't mean it like that. I want to hear like why, I want to hear all about why.
All right, I'll leave it with
that.
So
we're going to have to do that and add Sheena and Katie's to your list.
All right, done.
Where everyone could find me on Instagram at Behind Velvet Rope or like Behind the Velvet Rope, Apple, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. And I interview people 5 days a week and I don't talk like this. It's all about me interviewing people.
Oh, your interviews are so good.
Where can we find you?
Okay, you can find me on TikTok. I am a fool on TikTok. I just like
You're
making
a legend on TikTok. A legend.
I will talk to anyone. So I have everybody on my podcast, from people sunning their buttholes to like sugar babes. So it's a wide variety. And then I love pop culture and my own crazy personal journeys. So it's the Sarah Fraser Show, new episodes Monday through Wednesday, the Sarah Fraser Show on TikTok, the Sarah Fraser Show on Instagram.
I want to have some sugar babes on my show. I like that.
Oh my God, you should. I have a sugar babe.
I love that idea.
I had one on my Patreon and her mom is her manager. Her mom calls these sugar babes. This woman, the mom negotiates for her daughter that her daughter is going to be given gifts because, you can't like accept money because that's prostitution. So he buys her like a Louis Vuitton or whatever. And she puts him in a diaper and whips him for 2 hours. So
just for a Louis Vuitton. Like, I mean, I was thinking like, that's not so bad. I mean, I guess as long as you don't have to participate and just have to whip, that's not, listen, actually, I take that back. I would do that for a Louis.
I put anyone in a diaper for, I mean, I'm talking Chanel for a $3,500 bag. Like I will put you in a diaper and whip you for an hour. Absolutely.
It's got to be like, okay, so like I'm going to show up and the bag needs to be there. Or this raises so many questions. Cause for me, I'd be like, I need to see the receipt from the actual store. Like I need it to come with, cause like I can't do the authentication process, like this real where like maybe it's knocked off.
Her mom is her manager.
I would be like, we need the receipt from the store. I need to call the store and verify the purchase. This is for, and she needs to be able to return this at the actual store. Once it's valid, it's like, okay, she's on her way to get the diaper and the whip and she's going to be there.
Yes, David, it's what it's it.
This is how far gone I am, Sarah, that like I hear that story and the only thing I care about is the shit real. So something is wrong with me. My addiction is worse than ever, but okay, everyone needs to follow you. Everyone needs to follow me. You're going to come back. We're going to talk.
We'll be back. Yes. Bye, David.
Bye.